everyone. Welcome to What, Why, How session of AS Baba. Today we are going to discuss the forest fires and also an RBI circular for co-lending. First, so the forest fires have been increasing because of summers, and because of this, the forests which happen to be the carbon sinks, they are becoming the sources of carbon. That means the net carbon being emitted via smoke in the forest fires, so that is much more than the carbon dioxide absorbed by the forest as carbon sinks. And in these forests, the Arctic biome that is being discussed. Because so in the Arctic biome, friends, here we are discussing the boreal forests which are just below the coniferous forests. The coniferous forests are filled with snow all the time. There is no forest fire in the coniferous belt. But Arctic biome means the boreal forest here, which is comparatively dry, and in these regions we can expect forest fires. Say, for example, in India, Uttarakhand forests they are victims of forest fires, but not so much of the Himachal forests or the high altitudinal forests above the Uttarakhand forests. And here, the specialty or the weakness, whatever of that is, the leaves are inflammable in nature. The boreal forests, the leaves are inflammable, just like your camphor or kapoor. Say they will say catch fire easily in the dry season whenever they get dried up. Hence, Uttarakhand is also a worst victim of wildfires. Every year, artificial cloud seeding or any other initiatives are taken up in order to curb these forest fires. Yes, so every year the questions on biome keep on coming. So remember Arctic biome and the boreal forests below the coniferous forests. Then come to next the RBI circular. RBI has come up with a draft framework for co-lending arrangements. Friends, what is this co-lending arrangement? Say whenever the financial entity is lending for highly risk areas, say for example for a startup, for an MSME, or for agricultural loans, or maybe for venture capital. So in such say risky zones, the banks will go for partnership in lending. Say if a startup requires 50 lakh loan, now we are going for 25 lakh loan will be sent by the bank, and 25 lakh it will share with any other say financial entity, might be say non-banking financial companies, NBFCs. Yes, likewise. Now, say when all these are happening, earlier the previous circular said that the co-lending was possible only for the scheduled commercial banks, and that too for the priority sector lending. Only in the priority sector lending bracket, whenever you are lending under PSL the bracket, and whenever the scheduled commercial banks and the NBFCs, so only these two they could have gone for your co-lending. But now this PSL criteria is being removed, and it is open for all regulated entities, all regulated financial entities, not just scheduled commercial banks and NBFCs. So these two relaxations have been done by the new circular. And the circular keeps an exemption that the regional rural banks, the small financial banks, and the local area banks, so they will not be eligible for co-lending. Yes, so they are very small banks. They are unable to take huge risks, hence they are not. So as of now, except these banks, the scheduled commercial banks, NBFCs, private banks, so and other bigger banks, say like your industrial banks, IDBI, all others can do it. And also, it is not only for priority sector lending, even for other lendings, you can go for co-lending. So these are some of the topics. Keep revising regularly. All the very best from my side.